Have you ever wondered, are Hindu beliefs superstitious? It's an interesting question. Keep watching to find out more. What is up guys? Namaste, Sean here from Hindu Lifestyle, where I do videos about understanding the Hindu experience. So let's get to it. Have you ever heard one of your friends saying something along these lines? Why do you pray for? Do you think it will bring you good luck? Or maybe it's something like this. No, I don't need to go to the temple. All of that puja stuff is superstition. Now you as a person who identifies as a Hindu now has to defend yourself against the claim that Hindu practices and beliefs are superstitious. So let's unpack this and go a little bit deeper. What do you mean by the term superstitious? A superstition is an irrational belief that the future events can be influenced or foretold by a specific, unrelated behaviors or occurrences. Oh man, that was a mouthful. So basically stated differently, we label something as superstitious when we think some action I choose to do today would either cause something good to happen or prevent something bad from happening. The other part of superstitious belief is that it actually has no basis in fact or any empirical scientific evidence, meaning someone told you to do something, therefore you must do it, and it must be true. So what are some examples of common superstitious beliefs? Well, walking underneath a ladder brings bad luck, opening an umbrella indoors also brings some type of bad luck, hanging a horseshoe over your doorway is supposed to bring good luck. And you could keep on going down the list, and I'm sure you'll find many of these things that we have in our lives have been relegated to superstitions. And now some of these can be silly and even make you laugh. However, the underlying assumption is that superstitious beliefs arises from ignorance and a misunderstanding of the science or causality of how things happen. So how does this apply to Hindu belief and thought? Well, the answer is quite easy. When we don't know the reason why we do something in the Hindu tradition, and one of our elders or pundits tells us to do something without any explanation, we tend to dismiss these Hindu practices as superstitions. You are simply doing something because your parents told you to do it, or a pundit said you had to do something. For example, you're getting older, you have a job, you decide to buy a new house. You're excited, you want to move in and buy all the furniture, and then out of nowhere your mom and dad are like, son, you must do this puja before you live in your home. And you're left scratching your head trying to explain to your wife why you have to do this puja, and you don't really know why, and you just say that all of this is superstitious. So who is to blame for this problem of labeling Hindu practices as superstitions? Well, some of the blame has to go to outsiders when they try to understand Hinduism from their own worldview, and they couldn't map it onto something that they understood. So every practice got labeled as a superstitious belief. However, we also have ourselves to blame. We live in a day and age where young Hindus growing up demand answers and reasons why Hindus do the pujas and various rituals that they do. And we also need Hindu gurus and teachers to provide us with these answers. On the flip side, this also requires us, meaning your everyday ordinary Hindu, to possess an inquisitive mind to inquire more about the reasons behind Hindu practices. Now, let's back up a second. There is a caveat to everything that I just said. I also feel that Hindus have an inferiority complex where sometimes we feel the need to explain everything so as not to appear irrational or foolish. And a common example of this is performing murti puja. Those of the Abrahamic faith would have the tendency to say Hindus are idol worshippers, and we have all of these superstitious beliefs when it comes to murti worship. And to that, my answer is, who cares what they think? Murti worship isn't necessarily bad, foolish, stupid, and in fact, it actually makes a lot of common sense. More importantly, shouldn't we feel proud to be different? Now, perhaps there are some practices that you have in your family that you follow and never really understood why. Well, now's the time to inquire and try to find those answers. And who knows, maybe you'll be surprised by the answers you find out. Hindu beliefs and practices are not superstitious. We call them superstitious when we don't understand the reasons behind why we do things. That's the simple answer. So that's all for this week. Thank you once again for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up, share it with your family and friends, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Until next time, Shanti.